Fortunately for me, my kids are almost as infatuated with books as I am. And my husband, while not a traditional reader, is a believer in the value of story. So they all enthusiastically joined me on a book lover's journey in downtown Boston. We started with a visit to the Boston Public Library in Copley Square. Opening at 9 a.m. that morning, the line to enter snaked down the stairs. But upon entering the historic McKim building, everyone scattered throughout the immense space and we were left alone to explore peacefully for the next hour. The Boston Public Library was established in 1848 as the first public library to lend books, the first to offer a designated children's space, and the first to create a branch location. From the moment we stepped into the stairwell guarded by marble lions, we felt as if we were in a highly esteemed museum. The classic architecture and elegant interior enhanced this museum-like experience. We stopped first into the Bates Hall reading room. It reminded me so much of the Bodleian Library of the University of Oxford that is in A Discovery of Witches. After leaving the reading room, we admired the legendary Arthurian Murals by Edwin Austen Abbey in the room next door. We then searched for the biblical panel paintings by John Singer Sargent, which we eventually found as we meandered up another set of stairs to the left of the reading room. And while this space was not as welcoming as the Bates Hall reading room, we lingered for quite a while, oohing and awing over the red and gold sequences. Lastly, we took a stroll in the inner garden fountain area, which also boasts a stunning tea room. From the library, we walked around the Beacon Hill area to catch a glimpse of the row houses that were home to Boston area authors, such as Louisa May Alcott, Henry David Thoreau, Nathaniel Hawthorne, Henry James, and poets Phyllis Wheatley, Robert Frost, and Sylvia Plath. And at last, we came upon Beacon Hill's literary stars whose status is so legendary that a sculpture was erected in their honor, Mrs. Mallard and her 8 offspring. While there, we also rode the famous swan boats that are in the Trumpet of the Swan by E.B. White. This is something that has been on our bucket list for years, and it was so fun to just be with our kids and reminisce about that book and take in the beauty of the ponds in the Boston Public Gardens. And I couldn't leave downtown Boston with at least popping into a couple independent bookstores, so we aimed ourselves in the direction of 2 of the most well-known shops that also happen to offer used books, which are my particular loves. And along the way, we visit the Granary Burying Ground, which holds the graves of influential United States founders. Two to note for any literary aficionados: Samuel Adams, who helped draft the Articles of Confederation, and Paul Revere, whose journey was famously immortalized through Henry Wadsworth Longfellow's poem, Paul Revere's Ride. After finally trekking down some narrow streets to find Brattle Books, we were disappointed to find the famous outdoor area being closed up on the possibility of clouds. I'm even more disappointed to say that the staff was unwelcoming, and the area in which the bookstore is located was not clean or pleasant. So we quickly regrouped and decided to head over to Commonwealth Books. In there, I was happy to find quite a lot of people perusing the shelves, and I was even happier to find a gorgeous copy of Anne Bronte's Agnes Grey for $35. But being careful of space while on vacation, coupled with the fact that we still had more tourist walking to do that day, I placed it gently back on the shelf, and now, as I'm editing this video, I regret not purchasing it. Shakespeare and Company, which I just read. I hope this gives you some ideas of how to spend some time in Boston searching out literary experiences. If there's anything that I missed that you want to share for others who may be trying to figure out what are some of the stops that they want to make the next time they're in Boston, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time.